Take me out to the ball game.
Welcome to Northside by the Bay. This is our first episode. I'm Chris.
I'm Khufu.
We welcome you. What could be more compelling than a podcast about the Giants and the Cubs? I ask you, now what could be more compelling? Nothing. No. We're going to explore the contentious rivalry that is the Cubs and Giants history. Here we have, you're a mixed fan as I am, because as my fans know, I'm a Yankee fan on the one hand and a Cub fan too, and I am learning my Cub history. And this is a step in the process of doing that. If you follow me on Northrop on the north side, you know that I am only a couple of years into exploring my childhood team, the Cubs. So maybe you could give a little background on your San Francisco fanhood.
Yeah, so you're not the only person. So I'm originally born and raised in Oakland,
Okay.
but I've actually born and raised an A's fan, believe it or not. Wasn't born a Giants fan. And here's why. I'll give you clear. I think I was about maybe 9, 10 years old. I went to my first Barry baseball game. It was at the Oakland Coliseum. We tailgated. I had the full experience of what real baseball was in the early 90s, 2000, real baseball
Right.
where you were the game started at 10 o'clock. Everybody was at the ballpark by 7. You tailgated 3 hours before, 5, 6 hours after the game. It was an all day event. It wasn't just go to the game and leave. It was so different. So that moment really just sparked my love for it. I always tell people, baseball was my absolute true first love of anything in this world. It's baseball. I played it as a kid growing up. Played t-ball. Dad was a baseball coach. My sister played softball. So I was always around this
It's in your
game.
blood.
It's in my DNA. I'm even trying to become a baseball coach myself right now. In the little league. I'm sorry, in the little league series, because I just want to give back to this beautiful game that we have. I feel like it's underrated. We don't appreciate it no more like we used to. So I want to give back like how my dad did. But going back to why I became a Giants fan is I was like you. I grew up an A's fan. A's left us, unfortunately. So that left a really, really bad taste in my mouth. I was kind of like,
I can't imagine.
I was like, really? We're going to be like the Raiders and the Warriors? Well, the Warriors, I couldn't even get mad. At first, the Warriors, I was a little upset. They realized, okay, they did come from San Francisco first. They're just going back home. That was okay. But the Raiders and the A's left the baddest taste because Raiders didn't leave after one time, not 2, but 3. They left twice to LA. Now the third time they're in Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
Ace, you saw what this did to the fandom when the Raiders left Oakland. You saw how crushed we were. You saw how defeated we were. We had football, we had basketball, we had baseball, we had everything. We were one of the major cities that had all 3 things in one city. We had it all. Now we have the Ballers, thank God. We have a little minor independent league, the Ballers. They're really great. So I was like, damn, what do? I don't have any baseball team. And my other team is the Mets. I'm a Mets fan. I'm a diehard Mets fan. Why? The '86 Mets is the greatest baseball team to ever play baseball. And I repeat myself. The '86 Mets are the world's greatest baseball team to ever be compiled. Ron Darling, Gerald Strawberry, Doc Golden, Keith Hernandez, Kenneth Mitchell,
You know what's funny? I could have actually named all of those pitchers myself, and I'm not a Mets fan, but the 86 Mets were something else. And
That was that team.
you don't
That
forget
was
those
that.
guys.
No, you don't. And the one thing about this team is Kevin Mitchell was a great match. And what did he become after that? He became a what? A Giants in the Hall of Fame with the Giants. So again,
Yep.
that carried on. So to me, that was a part of it. But really, I was about 10 or like I said, I grew up in baseball. So my grandma used to be to both teams. I saw the Giants play when I was a little kid, and I saw the A's play as a little kid. So when I moved over as adulthood to the Bay Area, to the San Francisco area, the peninsula, like actually closer to the Giants, I was in Giants country, like full bedded in it. So I just being in it, I was like, okay, let me watch their games, let me see what they're really about. This is the team was just doing terrible, terrible. So I was like, I'm not gonna be a fan. By game two, my ex-wife, she's like, I want to go watch the Giants game. Okay, you're gonna take me? Sure. I'm not your team. It's baseball. I
Right.
don't care. It's just baseball.
Yeah.
We're going to a baseball park. Like, what else do you want? Like, what else do you need me to be? Like the tickets are already here. Wait, did you already
Right.
bought the tickets? Yeah, I bought them as soon as you told me you wanted to go to the ballpark. Like, I'm not gonna waste no time. So she was like, okay. We went there. It was Texas versus San Francisco. We had a ball. She
Yeah.
loved it. I loved it. That moment really made me a Giants fan because the fans were just so down to earth.
Yeah.
You can be any fan but a Yankee or a Dodger, maybe a Padre depending on how you are. They'll be cool with you. I had my DeGrom jersey because again I'm a Mets fan. I love Jacob DeGrom. Come on, now. He was the world's greatest Met pitcher. Like, come on, like DeGrom's my guy. So I'm my DeGrom jersey. I'm ready to go. Of course he didn't play. And one guy was like, Bruce Bochy won with us first, right? Just remember that. Remember, he won three with us, right? Remember, Chris got first. And I was like, you're right, you're right. You'll do some with Texas too. He's like, yeah, remember, he won three in San Francisco. Remember that. Three with us. Let me buy you a beer to get over your misery about this whooping. So we
Okay.
chill. So it was just fun times. And by the
Right.
end of and by the end of the game, me and the guy were laughing, talking, hugging it out, talking trash
Right.
about each other, fan. But at the end of the day, it was all love. He's like, hey man, good game. Love your team. I love your manager because he's blessed. Like, remember, Uchi won three with the Giants. Don't forget that. Remember, the dynasty was in San Francisco. Buster, Timmy, Bell. Can we go on? I was like, I get it, bro. Yeah, y'all was the bad team in the early styles. Y'all was the boys. I can't even front. The Giants was that team.
Yeah.
And so that was really just made me a fan of San Francisco.
Right.
It was just, to me, it's old school baseball. It's just love of the sport,
Right.
love of the game, a historical franchise.
Yep.
Willie Mays,
Right.
Willie McCovey, Betty Bull, Brandon Belt, Barry Bonds Sr., Barry Bonds Jr.,
Right.
Kevin Mitchell, Brandon Crawford, Buster Posey, Timmy Lissico. You can go on and on and
Uh-huh.
on. We can even go further back.
Right.
Mel Ott of the New York Giants.
Right.
Matty Christmas Jr. Again, New York Giants. But again, it's still the same franchise. The
Right.
historical great players of San
Oh my
Francisco
God.
just
Yeah. Well, that's what brings you
could
and I
help make.
today.
Yeah.
Is the fact that historically the Cubs and the Giants have maintained a heated rivalry since the beginning of recorded time, practically. Well, maybe that's
Probably since the beginning of baseball.
yeah. Since 1876, I looked it up. I'm like one of the things about me as a fan is I like looking things up. I like the cerebral. I love the game, of course, and going like you described your passion. I was thinking, gosh, I feel that way, but I wish I could express it. But my way of expressing it is digging in. I'm like, oh,
100%.
I gotta know everything about this team. I gotta know what you know. But so that's one thing about this rivalry. It's been going on since for over ever. And between the two of them, they dominated the sport until about the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Took a little hurt. Took a little hurt. A little
yeah,
downfall.
they won 30 of the first 65 league championships, and they
Ooh.
just went back and forth, being 1, 2, year after year after year, finishing that way, with the Giants holding a slight advantage. Yeah, a slight advantage.
That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's what you do. You sneak up on people.
We try. We try. That's our MO. That's what we don't try to be that big bad MOB team that everybody's afraid of. We're like, hey, we're San Francisco. Come over here. And you gonna be just come on now. Now you're gonna get that real SFC love. Like nah.
Absolutely right. Well, one of the things that I remember about the history of the game, and that connects me with the history of the game, is the '89 championship series.
Oh, the Battle of the Bay. The Battle of the Bay.
Battle of the Bay, yeah. Well, I remember two grizzled veteran skippers and Roger Craig and Don Zimmer in the dugouts. Will the Thrill at first base, and Mark Grace at first base for the Cubs. And it's funny how you can always match up here. We're going to do that later for the current teams. Kevin Mitchell and Andre Dawson, just thinking of these heavy hitters. But, oh yeah, and Big Daddy, I forgot about Rick Russell until I started my research. I was like, I loved him. He was so great. But he was no Greg Maddux, who would have been on the other side. But the great thing about a guy like Russell, I was just joking with you, he snuck up on batters. He was not like throwing those hard fastballs. He was just pitching. He knew how to pitch, and he did it. He was called Big Daddy, which cracks me up because he was like very rotund. He looked like that. He eliminated the Cubs in 4 in 5 actually. But the earthquake ruined the World Series, if I remember correctly, for you guys. So sorry about that, but not sorry.
I mean, I was actually born during that time. Like I was born in '89, actually. So
okay, I was wondering.
Yeah, I was actually born in '89. I'm May 12th of '89. So I was like maybe 2, 3 months, maybe 4 months when it all happened.
Right.
And I remember me and my mom actually kind of leaving the like SF's like San Francisco area, coming back into Oakland. We were kind of like near the bridge area, and my mom looked back at me. She was like, "Something's not right. Like, why is it looking like this?" We get home, so this look on my face, and the next minute, boom, a huge earthquake hit. And the reason why I brought up the Battle of the Bay, because that World Series is probably like the last time the Giants and the Oakland Athletics actually played a World Series together.
Yes.
First off, and two, the last time, and two, it was the moment where it wasn't a rivalry for us anymore. It was like Bay Area love come together.
Right.
Both franchises were like, yeah, I get it. You're your town cross rivals,
Right.
One's over here, one's over here. We're literally a bridge away from each other. It's almost like the Mets and the Yankees. It's that bridge it's that bridge that separated us for a while period of time. And it was kind of like that bridge that separated us brought us together. And I think to me, that was probably the world's greatest World Series, despite of that incident. Like you hate to lose so many people and the tragedies, and you felt so sorry for those people. But just see, to me, that's what I always tell people. That's why I love baseball so much. Baseball was a sport, like no matter what's going on, even the worst tragedies will always bring people together. That's why I always tell people, you want to find a way to get rid of racism, go to a baseball game.
Exactly.
Go watch a baseball game.
Start a podcast with your rival.
Exactly. Look at it. Exactly. We're rivals, and again, it brought us together. So again, look what beauty.
Exactly.
That's the beautifulness of this game. It just brings people together that would you would have never thought together. Like I said, my best buddy is a Cubbies fan. Literally to
Okay,
this day,
good.
best buddy is a Cubbies fan. We talk trash all day long about our
Oh, yeah.
team. He'd be like, "Look what I got as a Cubbies fan. Hey, 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 you like that? Don't say yeah. You see that season? Like, yeah, whatever, bro." It was some
Right,
SF times. He was like. I already got Willie. I already got this. No, no, no. Let me show you the
right,
Sandberg. Let me show you this and this. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. Cubby stuff. I'm like, just for you, bro. Just for you.
right.
Just for you.
That's so fantastic.
But I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of rivals, real quick, because you guys did something that was very interesting. Speaking of a rival,
Okay.
how did you guys? I know he's in what year two now of you guys. How did you feel about signing Craig Counsell the year before,
Right.
knowing that he came from your rival, the Milwaukee Brewers?
Right. I thought it was an odd thing to happen. But I mean, Craig Counsell, I feel like is I hope he's going to take us to a World Series. This year was, I think, more a surprise in some ways to Cub ownership, that they
Okay.
had the success they had, and because of that they had that success, they invested in that. Tells me a lot about the confidence they have in Craig Counsell, which at at the time it just was didn't make a lot of sense.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, but
I can see that.
I think now I'm a council. I'm a council fan. How can you not be? The results are in for
Right.
this year.
No, seriously.
Yeah, for this year anyway. And then
Yeah.
the team that they're building around this some of these young players. Well, we'll get to that, but I'll let you start. Let's get to the present. Let's talk
Okay.
about the off season. Talk about the
Yeah.
Giants. They're what about the acquisitions for the Giants this off season?
I
Are
well,
you
at first
happy?
I'm excited. I'm excited for baseball. I
Yeah.
think I'm one of the only few Giant fans that are excited because I know baseball. I'm
Yeah.
not like so. I don't know if you probably haven't been rating, but I'm in a lot of Giants pages online, Facebook, all of stuff, and I'm also part of a group called Baseball Renegades who do memes for teams, and I represent Giants. So one of my guys had we had an argument about that. 'Cause half the chat was like me, they're like, "Bro, you got Arias," and I'm like. I know. They're like, you got Luis Arias. And I was like, I know. We got him for cheap. And one guy was like, yeah, but he can't do this. And I'm just like, this
I
guy is the
take him.
most consistent baseball player we have in baseball right now.
Right.
He's Tony Gwynn 2.0, but better.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Tony Gwynn was great, but I think he's just a
Right.
tad bit, a little bit overrated. But that's just me, the Padre fan too. I care for the Padres. Yeah, I said it.
Right.
Giants all day, baby. Who
I
cares?
know. I know.
Like, I'm that fan. I'm not fanless guy. I'll pull the feathers. I'll say what in a respectful way. But to me, I
Right.
feel like Luis Arias was the greatest addition we needed.
Yeah.
If you saw anything about our style of baseball last year, it was terrible, terrible. How do you have Willie Adames, Rafael Devers, Matt Chapman,
Right.
John Huli, who's really came out of Korea amazing. His rookie year was amazing. He got hurt. I was really kind of like downfall. God, this guy got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Great center fielder. He's every day for us. I loved it. And then seeing him come back last year kind of improve the same thing I saw from his rookie year to sophomore year. I was like,
Right.
oh yeah, this kid is legit from the KBO. So shout out to
Is
Young
he
who
hurt
leave the
now? Did he
hmm?
hurt? Did he fall and hurt his hand? Is he hurt?
So his freshman year he was out playing offense. And I think he fell on like his arm or something through a catch because because he's the
Okay.
kind of guy that just goes for the ball. He's not afraid to play defense. One thing I love
Yeah.
about playing St. John Lee. So when I saw that style, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But our offense was terrible last year. We get a player on, leave them stranded at first, leave them stranded at second. Hell, we leave the whole base stranded. The whole base is
Yeah.
loaded, stranded. Not
No one
one
to drive
time, not nobody driving. So when you have somebody like a Luis Arias,
in. Right.
that's gonna bring those guys in.
Right.
That's gonna bring those players in when you got somebody at first. He'll
Right.
bring it first. He'll bring it first. It's easy. That's nothing for him. I
Yeah.
don't care if he just did singles all day long. Do
Excellent.
that.
Excellent
I
get.
don't need power. I need consistency. I need somebody who's going to say, "Hey, we're
Yeah.
cold at the plate. We have all-star pitchers. We're wasting Logan Webb, Robbie
Right.
Ray. Think about that. Whoever thought Robbie Ray could be the old school Robbie Ray he was
Right.
before his surgery, before he came
Yeah.
with us, he was hurt. He didn't play a whole year with us. We signed him. I was like, it's kind of an iffy move, Giants. I don't like it, but what happened? The year back, strong year. Even
Right.
last year, pushing it. It's like you feel bad for these pitchers who are giving you all they have, but there's no offense. So when you gotta
Right.
get somebody like a Luis Arias, there's that offense.
Oh
There's
yeah.
that big bat that you need. There's that guy who can help the rookie. He's like, hey man, I'm in a slump. Okay, come here. Give me the
Yeah.
cage. I got you. We're gonna do this together.
Right.
I'm gonna show you how to do this. That's what we needed. So I
Yeah.
loved it.
And not
I
only
love
that, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love that. I love the Harrison Bader move.
I was gonna ask you about that.
Um I just don't think the price was right. That's my only issue. The price was, I mean, I get it. 2 years, 25.5 million, 10.5 a year.
Yeah.
I get it. But the batting average is under 250.
Yeah.
But then again, the whole league is like that though. So I can't point out one specific player for
Right.
having a terrible batting average, but the whole league is like that. So again,
He's
I'm still a little
improved.
iffy.
He's improved since his offense since he was with the Yankees. I think it
Yes.
wasn't he. Did he? Was he with the Phillies? Actually,
Yeah,
last.
he just came from Philadelphia just now.
That's what
He
I
just
thought.
with the
And
Phillies. Yeah.
things went well for him in Philly. So I
That's
think
why I'm surprised he didn't stay with
on the high.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But then again, it makes more sense when you have a guy like Brandon Marsh, who's a really solid center fielder, who really fit more of a center fielder than Harrison Bader did. I felt when they put Marsh to left, I should like, you should have kept Marsh in center and put Bader at left. But I was like, what am I? So we'll
Right.
see. Harrison Bader's going to be our center fielder, so we'll see how it is. I mean, I wouldn't put him high on my batting order. I'm not gonna lie. Like you gotta hit, you gotta prove to me, bro. I'm putting you from the seventh to the ninth spot. Like I just need you to just get on base
Right.
and just play solid defense because I'm kind of overpaying you. But I don't know. What do you think as a as a former player from the Cubs? What do you think? Can he help us? Like, what do you think from from a fan who knew him and things like that? Because I'm still like learning him.
Oh, I think so, definitely. There's no question defense is solid,
Okay.
and will he hit? I mean, how about you guys got a new manager and a new
Yes.
hitting coach? Maybe your
Yes.
new hitting coach will get everybody hitting, right?
Who
Because
knows?
who knows? I was doing a little research as I do,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
found out that your hitting coach um, is from Tennessee.
Yes.
He's just like Vitello. So
Yes.
those two probably going to put their heads together and fix that hitting problem up there, maybe.
100%. 100%. And I'm kind of glad because the last hitting coach, it seemed like our guys were
Pat
just.
Burrell. I remember that name, but I don't remember him.
I want to say he came from Texas or something.
Yeah, the name was familiar when I saw
It
it.
was familiar because I was like, I remember that guy. But then when he came to the Giants, it was like,
And what was
what?
the Bob Melvin problem? Was he just not into? I mean, do you think Bob Melvin was the problem part of it in San Francisco.
That's very tricky. It really is because I'm a Bob Melvin fan, actually.
Me too.
Uh,
I
he's
just
from the
wondered.
Bay Area. You know, he's from the Bay Area, born and raised in Palo Alto. I used to live in Palo Alto. And then plus, he used to coach the Oakland Athletics for so many years. You know, his majority of his career as a manager was with the A's. I think he did like a decade with the A's managing them. And his time with Oakland was phenomenal because he had
Right.
the A's up
Yeah.
there every year. You know, they were no bums in the AOS. You know, they were fighting with
Right.
Texas. You know, actually, they were destroying Texas. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, they were destroying Texas because for Texas was the Rangers. So he had to go against the Mariners, which was always a solid team, always, regardless of where they're at, always solid. He was going against the Houston Astros, which was probably the best team in the AL West every year
Yeah.
since, you know, God knows when. So seeing that, I was like, okay, I liked it. But then I thought about the San Diego stint.
Yeah.
Remember how he went from Oakland to San Diego for 2 years?
Yep.
That didn't really work out for him as well.
Right.
Comes to the Giants, and he kind of has that same record or same style of coaching, managerial. It was kind of
Yeah.
like, okay, is this San Diego part two? Like, what happened to the Oakland managerial skipper Bob Melvin? Like, why am I getting the San Diego skipper
It
who
makes you
just kind of
wonder.
seems like you sit back and you're just watching your
Right.
team just like God knows awful. Like you're not
Yeah.
talking to the guys in the play. Like you're not talking to the guys in the clubhouse. Like you, all I kept saying was, "Good job, good
Yeah.
job." Like, okay, coach, go talk to him.
Right.
Go talk to him. Like you know, like, hey, what do you do wrong? Like, why
Yeah.
is he like? So that was to me like a bad little taste in my mouth. But I'm like, you know, it's what it is.
Right.
I'm glad we got rid of him because we were just not playing San Francisco
Well, it
ball.
looks like you got rid of his whole staff, which probably was also a good thing.
Oh yeah, the staff was
Yeah.
terrible. Oh,
Yeah.
the hitting coach was terrible. I didn't like our pitching coaches. The pitching coach was decent, but I didn't really like how they were like using our guys. You know,
Yeah.
like it was kind of like the Gabe Kapler kind of thing. Like you get a guy really good, and you pull him out too early, and it's like, dude, no, no, keep him in there. Or like you leave a guy in too long. It's like, no, pull him out. Why is he in there? Like, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
are you not watching what I'm watching, coach?
Well,
Like,
that
is this?
sounds like familiar to the Aaron Boone fans, anti fans, I should say. Oh
I
God! But
mean, hey, I
you guys
mean,
made some
Boone's.
good
I love
additions.
Boone. Boone's great for baseball. I don't care what nobody say. Eric Boone's amazing for baseball, and I'll tell you why.
All
And
right.
forgive me, Chris, forgive me, but I'll
No, go
never
ahead.
forget.
Tell me
Like
why.
what?
Tell me
Like what
why.
was this? You know, like what? Remember this move where he was like, "Yeah," like, what are you doing? Like, let it go. Like his antics on the other side is just like, come on, Boone.
Uh,
Like you care more about like the antics than actually coaching your team, like managing your team. Like
but despite his managing, the Yankees don't win enough to be world champions. So, I mean, in fact, people come up and regress. So I
oh
don't get.
yeah, for sure, for
Yeah, I,
sure.
that's boom. But anyway, back to you. Uh, so Giants also made some pitching additions, right? Are you
Yes,
happy with
yes,
any of that?
I am. We got
Okay.
back our old guy that we drafted a couple years ago, Caleb Kinane, in the minors.
Yep.
Tyler Mano's going to be really good. What was the other guy that we picked up? What was his name? Adrian Hauser. So I actually like the Hauser pickup because he's
Yeah.
going to be for, like I said, we need an innings eater guy. We don't really have one.
Yeah.
We having like Logan Webb and Robbie Ray, but again, those are your like your ace and your backup ace.
Yeah.
You don't
Right.
want to just ruin them guys up. And then I also too think um I would bring back in Verlander for one more year. Call me crazy or not. I would. I know it
Okay.
started off rocky. You know, they didn't. I think it took him like 8 games to win his very first game. But again,
What was his name?
Justin Verlander. I would
Oh,
bring back Verlander.
Verlander. God, I
I would
didn't. Yeah.
definitely. I would bring him back. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
would.
I would trust Verlander, yeah, with my life. Of course. I love Verlander. I grew up 3 hours from Detroit. 3 hours from Chicago. I'm like I grew up in Indiana, right in the
Oh, you're like the middle, so you're
yeah,
like right for both. You can go
right
anywhere
in the
you want
northeast
to.
corner. So people were Cub fans, Detroit fans, they were Cincinnati fans or Cleveland fans where I lived.
Yep.
But when I mean Verlander, Scherzer, when they were with Detroit, I was a Detroit fan for a while there. I was buying Detroit hats, it's
I
like
mean, you couldn't blame them. I mean, look what it had. You had Mad Max, JV, Miggy. Come on now, Miggy was playing too.
I love it. Loved it so much.
So
Okay,
yeah,
so let me move on to the Cubs, to some of the
yes.
off-season moves of the Cubs.
So what do you
They
think about them so far?
about what?
What do you think about you guys' off season so far? Like, how do you think you guys have added, subtracted? Like,
Yeah.
do you guys think you're gonna continue where you guys are at? I mean, the Bregman thing is probably you guys got you like excited, like, hey, we did.
When we got Bregman, I was old. I did not believe it was going to happen because, as I think our expectations we have learned to have lowered our expectations as Cub fans because
Mm,
all right, last year we got Kyle Tucker, but
yes.
Kyle Tucker didn't come with any of the side dishes that we needed to accomplish the task. And it took a year for the development of a guy like Pete Crow Armstrong. I mean, and then we, of course, always Nico and those guys, they're always going to be great for you, but
Raw.
did not know that team was going to come together like it did.
Yeah.
And that, bringing Bregman in was like, they're in, they're ready to win because otherwise we were, it was going to be Matt Shaw over there. And just the idea of you've got this amazing infield, not that Matt Shaw is not someday maybe going to be amazing, but his, offensively, he was the weak link
Yeah.
in the chain, so to speak. I mean, nothing compared to what Bregman brings, which is just
No. 100%.
raw energy, in my
Mm.
in my opinion. And then we got Edward Cabrera to sort of make everything that much sweeter. So I felt like the Cubs addressed what had to be done if they were going to go to the next level and beat the Brewers. I mean, will they win the World Series because they got Bregman, who's now, what is he? This is not the Bregman that had the 8.1 WAR or 9.1 WAR.
Right.
This is the Bregman who now has a reasonable, you have a more reasonable expectation of. Doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. I think he still brings that same energy, and he wants to win. He's
100%.
a winner. He's been a winner, all through his career, really. Except, I mean, the Red Sox, but nobody can do anything with that.
I mean, he's pretty decent. He's 20. I'm looking it up right now. He's 31 of age.
31. Okay.
31. He's not too old. He had a
No, he's
decent
not old to him.
batting average, 273 all year, 18 home runs,
Yeah.
62 RBIs, when 18 hits. So he's definitely the upgrade from, like you said, from Shaw, who, like you said, was the weakest link. But I'm curious to say, to me, I think you guys' major issue. Listen, my boy was a Cubby guy.
Yeah.
He was more so worried about the pitching and the bullpen. What do you think about that
Yeah.
as well?
They did revamp the bullpen. They brought in Phil Maton.
Okay.
He's a big who they paid a lot of money to. Hold on one
Okay.
second. I think I've got some notes on him.
Okay.
Yeah, it said I've got this note. Chicago is remaking its bullpen. And
Mm,
they lost Brad Keller and Drew Pomerantz. They brought back Caleb Thielbar, I believe is how it's pronounced. So they have some key relievers coming in.
okay.
I is it enough? Maybe they're not done, and maybe they're still. I don't know the Cub minor league system as well as I wish I did. There may be arms there ready to move into place. But I think they did address at least those players that left. We've replaced, and with able arms to boot. I mean, I think Phil Maton is going to be Brad Keller 2.0. Maybe no. I mean, he's got to take on a that kind of role for the Cubs.
Yeah, 100%. What are you going to do about losing Tucker though? Because that's going to be a nice gap to kind of like fill back in.
Yeah. I think that Tucker is going to be, for one thing, Tucker's offense is going to be replaced by Bregman, presumably.
I like that.
That's presumably what will happen. And in center field, looks like I'm trying to think. Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki, right? But he's going to be in right field.
He's in right, yeah. Suzuki's in right.
Yeah, you're right. If I can't think of the center fielder's name, all I can think of is Kevin Alcantara. And I know that he would be coming up from the minors. I think he had some time up last year. For some reason, that's the only name that's coming to mind.
Are you maybe? I mean, there's still some time in the off season to go get that center fielder. There's still some time, but again, how much time do you want to keep getting there? Because doesn't pitchers and catchers meet 9 days from today?
9 days, and I know that I'm forgetting somebody in the outfield, and I wish. Hold on, I have my. I figured out. I made a starting lineup, so I should be able to see from that.
Oh yeah, I was looking at that lineup.
Wait a minute, we're going to put Pete Crow Armstrong in center field.
So PCA is going to. So PCA is moving over.
I think so, don't you? And then put Seiya Suzuki in right. Ian's going to be obviously in left field, won't he?
That would actually make a lot of sense because PCA is more of a guy that can control it. I do like Suzuki in right field. I really do. I think Suzuki's more of a stronger right fielder arm because he has the arm for the right field. I think Ian Happ is really good for left field because he's on a slower pace, so he doesn't have to do as much.
Right.
But
PCA's got that crazy athleticism.
Yeah, PCA can go from right, left, center, right field. He's going to be all over the field, So I think that's a really, really good addition to it. But I just think losing Tucker was just...
Well, losing Tucker, yeah. But what did he contribute after he got injured? I mean, they were disappointed in what Tucker brought last year.
Yeah, because it seemed like you had these high hopes for him, and it was almost like he was like half of what you kind of like. He gave you half of what you wanted. Like, okay, this is the bare minimum. We all know you get everybody, but give me like the max. But maybe he did it because he's like, yeah, I'm not going to be here long term, or like I don't know. What do you think he was thinking like that? Like, I'm not going to be here long term. Let me just showing up so other teams are like. Give me a contract next year. A lot of players are doing that nowadays. I hate to say it,
Yeah.
It's always about the next year, not the right now.
Right. And I think too, he got dinged by a couple injuries that kind of prevented him from doing what he does best. And he's not Bregman in the sense of personality. He's a laid back guy. In fact, that was the complaint. But everybody's not going to be, Bregman or even Ian or, guys that are rah. I think that there was some harsh judgment of Tucker after he left, but I think a couple injuries held him up, and then he just wasn't the kind of guy fans got behind. So then maybe that, I think that played more into the press than into anything else about him. But let's look into the future. What do you see as far as your starting rotation, lineup, whatever?
So let me try to pull mine back up. So my lineup, I sent you one last night, but I
I
had
know.
to
I was looking at
change.
that. It was pretty awesome.
I want to tweak it just a tad bit. 'Cause I was trying to, so I send it to my other baseball buddies that I talk to like 24/7, all the time. So that's all we do. And I asked them to go over my notes. I was like, hey, I'm doing something tomorrow. Forgive me if I'm looking down, just trying to pull it back up. I say, hey, check out my stuff tomorrow. This is what I'll be talking about. Here's my projected lineup. Here's my projected starting rotation that I think that we're going to use for San Francisco next year. And let me know what you think. And the feedback I got was actually solid and it make more sense. So I'll start with my rotation first because I think I like my starting rotation the better business. So I got starting on one, of course, day one's Logan Webb. The guy's
Yeah.
just phenomenal. He was almost a CY Young winner last year. I thought he was deserving to at least be a finalist or be the top,
Right.
thing, but he wasn't there. So I'll give him that. I got Robbie Way coming in next. My left-hander. Um, Tyler Mantle, I had him as my third guy. I got him right after, so I think he's going to kind of carry on, just
Yeah.
like like a Webb, like a Robbie. I think he's going to help us out. Adrian Hauser is my fourth guy in the rotation. So he's going to be like my eater guy, my guy who I know I
Yeah.
can probably push past, maybe get him to like 6 innings a game, maybe to seven, depending on how strong his arm is. And for my last guy, I know a lot of people didn't like him, but I think he was a really phenomenal prospect pitcher. Was Landon Root from the San Francisco Giants last year.
Okay.
7-70 career starts, 3.8 ERA. It wasn't the best, but again, you can't blame him when you saw the
Right.
offensive problems that the Giants had.
Right.
So I can't really blame my pitching staff for hiding high three. All our pitchers get high, i.e., 3.34.
Yeah.
Logan Webb 3.2, Robbie Ray 3.6.5, Roop 3.80. So I know they have high ERAs, but again, when you have an offense who's not giving you the cushion room you need, what
Right.
do you expect? Your ERA
Right.
is gonna have to rise up because you're out there more. The offense that you're going against feels more confident in themselves. They're like, yeah, we ain't gotta worry about them on offense. They ain't gonna do nothing. We just gotta get our offense up, right? So he gonna get me where
Right.
I want. That I'm right
Right.
there. And so I think that's what I give. I do like Tony Vitello. I like his energy. I like how he's a player's guy. It's interesting. Him, Jung Hoo, and Adames were in Korea together. They
Okay.
actually took a trip to Korea. And to see that chemistry
Right.
of a clubhouse building, I'm starting to feel a lot stronger with
Yeah.
the guys coming up. And so my lineup, I know I sent to you, I had Helio Ramos as my starting off, Willie Adames as second, but I want to change that up. I actually wanted to put not Willie at second, but I would actually put uh, a Jung Hoo Lee at second.
Okay. Gotcha.
He had a higher batting average. I think Jung Hoo batting average was 267 last year, and Adames was 221. So I would have to like drop Adames's a little. Yeah, Adames did not really do a good
Yeah.
job.
What's up
Yeah,
with
he's
that?
well. San Francisco isn't the most hitter friendly
No, it's
park.
not. That's true. That's true.
I hate to
Adonis.
say it like that, but it's the Russ. Honest to God, truth. We do not have the most hitter friendly park. We have the pitcher friendly park, but the
Right.
hitter friendly park, it's like you see that huge left wall we have in right field. Like it's ridiculously high. Like any of the home run will be homers out there in the right field for us. But that's a single, buddy. Go back to first. That's a
Right.
double, but you got to look on this double. But that's not no. I know it's a homer everywhere else, but Kevin Cove is a no go. You got to hit a little higher, a little harder. So San
Yeah.
Francisco's not the best park to hit it. So I don't blame Willie Adames for that.
Yeah.
I appreciated seeing him struggle up front. Same thing with the Rafael Devers. They
Yeah.
started off struggling, but at the end of the year, they got it together.
Okay.
They
Wait,
they were
did
they were they
Adonis
were
come
in.
from the Rays?
No, so he originally started off in Tampa, went to Milwaukee, signed with the Brewers. The Brewers didn't re-sign, and then he came to us
Okay.
last year. Yeah,
I
so
remember him as a Ray.
as a
Yeah.
Ray, yeah, I think
Yeah.
he started off in Tampa, then he went to Milwaukee. Now he's with us.
Okay. All right. Well,
So who
here.
do you have?
Well, we didn't finish your.
Oh, so yeah, so third I got so for me, like I said, I would switch second to Jung Lee. Number three, I'm putting in Rafael Devers. I want
Yeah.
a power guy to come on.
Oh,
Helio's
definitely.
gonna get on. Yeah, Helio has the power, but his power is not the best. I like him at the front. He always starts off the best, but he's always leading off.
There's just
Um,
no one who's going to want to see Devers and Reyes back to back. And
but the
if
reason why I did that because would you have Reyes as your cleanup guy? That's what we needed right there. I know a lot of people will put Reyes as like the top, the guy. No, I
right,
want him cleaning up.
mm-mm,
Give me, let's play
right,
old school baseball. Let's play small ball for
get
once.
some runs on the board for you guys.
Because if not, we're going to just keep striking out,
Right.
striking out, and striking out. And that was
Reyes was
Adames'
excellent.
problem. That was Adames' problem last year, being so high in the
Yeah.
top of the lineup. He struck out like crazy last year. So I would put him at like my fifth spot, fourth spot, right behind Chapman. And I got Harrison Bader very low because, like you said, the offense is just
Right.
it's
It's
it's there, but it's not there.
it comes and goes.
It does. I'm I my DH position is a little iffy. I got Bryce Eldridge. He's our top potential prospects guy. You probably haven't heard about him. Giants fans were talking about him all last year. When he came up last year, I was like, go back, go back. We don't need you right now. Like, and the reason
Yeah.
why I said that is he plays first base. And let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a baseball fan question. If you're Buster Posey and you know you got the top prospect, great first baseman. We had a solid first baseman since Brandon Belt's days. So we're still looking for that everyday replacement like every other position. We haven't had any regular solid everyday guys in so long.
Right.
Our everyday catcher is now Patrick Bailey. I love that. We haven't had one since Buster Posey. Second, our shortstop now every day is Willie Adonis. We haven't had one since Brandon Crawford.
Yeah.
Shortstop. We haven't had one since what's his second base? I can't think of his name. He's in the Hall of Fame. Right now, it's gonna eat me alive. Was it not Wagner? I can't think. We haven't had any everyday people because every year we're trying to do this, do this, do that. So I actually liked it, but with Bryce Eldridge as my DH, I was kind of iffy because he's a 201 batting average coming out, and I get it.
Right.
He only played a month or two in the pros, but if you're this top prospect, I need to see something like right away, or maybe I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
I would actually pick one of my bench players, Christian Cross. If you looked at his batting average, he surprisingly had a batting average right under Jung Hoo Lee. Jung
Okay.
Hoo Lee was 2.67, Christian Cross was 264
Okay.
batting average last year with the
Right.
San Francisco. And he played second base.
Yeah.
He was our in between second base between Tyler Fitzgerald, who's also one of the base players as well. I like Fitzy as well, but Fitzy had like a up and downhill. 1 minute he was hot, 1 minute he was down. 1 minute he
Right.
was hot, 1 minute he was down. So Christian Cross was more of an everyday consistency guy, but he wasn't a riot consistency,
Right.
but he was consistency with the potential. So I liked him as the bench. And then of course my catcher every day, Patrick Bailey, Gold Glover. The guy has
Yeah.
amazing offense,
Yeah.
amazing defense. He catches steals before the
Yeah.
other person like I'm gonna catch him and bust. he reminds me of Buster. Like, come on,
Yeah.
make that move, make that move. Got him.
Yep.
Like he's already giving the guy a signal like he's running a second. Be prepared. I'm gonna throw you the ball. I got
Yeah.
you. And before
Yeah.
the guy's even running, here's Bailey. Come on,
Yep.
get him out of there. So that's why I got. Who do you have for your starting
Well,
lineup for
before we
rotation?
let me ask you a quick question. What do you
Sure.
do with Devers if you bring up
Eldridge?
Eldridge, and he DHs, and do you spell the two at DH? I mean, do you eventually see Devers being a DH or something?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
What would you do with him?
I'm putting him at first. Like we did. I mean, you're paying Dever. Let me give me 1 second. I want to look up his contract because his contract.
Okay. Yeah,
too
that's
big
true.
of a. His contract is too nasty to give you a DH contract.
So what do you think they will do with Eldridge in the long run then?
Call me crazy, but get him a trade.
Okay.
Get him a trade. I'd go for a trade. Get the everyday DH man that you need. You already have your everyday first baseman. You wouldn't got Rafael Devers. That's why I was like, I don't know what they were, like I don't know like what was the whole. Like, I was kind of like, I was skeptical of getting, Rafael at first. I was like, wow, we got Rafael Devers. But then I'm like, oh, he's never played first. That's going to be a new one.
Yeah.
And he played first. He was great at first. But then I was like, ooh, we have a top prospect who plays first base. So it's kind of like, what do you do when he just signed this 10-year deal? Huge 10-year contract with the Boston Red Sox that we took over now, unfortunately. We have to take on the trade. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if they trade Bryce Eldridge to get that everyday vet, solid DH man, or I don't know. That's why I act like, what would you do if you were in our position? Like, how do you handle this situation? Because it's a rocky one if you think about it.
Rocky one. Because the question is, do you develop a DH at the major league level? I don't think that happens. I think that's not the way that role unfolds.
No.
But, yeah. So good luck with that one. That's a puzzle.
Big puzzle.
Anyway.
So what about you guys' lineup? How do you guys think you guys' lineup want to be projected and starting rotation?
Yeah.
What do you guys think you guys got going?
My mind is blown when I put together this lineup. I was just like, I can't believe I'm putting this guy here. I can't believe this guy. I mean, I got so excited about Michael Busch. I got him at leading off. I don't know. You could lead Bregman off because I mean I don't know whether you could lead Bregman off, but I think I'd prefer to have him driving somebody in if he can, but we'll see.
100%.
I've got Busch, then Bregman, then Happ. Happ. He's our lefty. There, I know Happ. He did not have a consistent year last year, so we'll see. Suzuki, kind of the same thing. He wasn't very consistent, but then you got number 5. If the getting on base, get on base. Pete Crow Armstrong to drive him in. Now this kid is like the second coming to me. He is so hype, and
he's your guy.
And he just keeps performing up to the expectations that I have for him. So
he's your guy.
What?
He's your guy.
He's my guy. I just love him. Nico Horner, I've got batting 6. Now this is where it gets tricky because Nico Horner's batting 6. I would love to bat him higher, but I really don't know. I don't know.
I see you guys Dansby kind of a little bit lower than people would expect. What's going on with that, if you don't mind me asking?
Dansby he did not have. I was thinking about Dansby and Willie Adames and how they were. You know what?
Very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah. But I'm excited about this guy, Moises Ballesteros. He's like your guy, Bryce Eldridge. He'd be a rookie. I mean,
top prospect.
He was up last year. I don't know I don't think he exceeded his rookie whatever. So I think he could still be a rookie. But anyway, he's the DH because he's a catcher, but he's not a good one. So that, and he's definitely that. So I have confidence in that. And Carson Kelly, I don't know a lot about Carson Kelly, except to say that He's batting ninth because most of the time catching. unless
No,
they're
I get.
unless they're Buster Posey.
Yeah, we all can't get Buster Posey, man. I mean,
We can't
God,
all have Buster
gracious.
Posey. But
Ah,
I mean,
thank
it's a
God for that,
crazy
man.
lineup, and I have no idea what, you know, council will do with these guys.
So I like it. I like Matt. I like Bush at first. I like Bregman at second. I would swap PCA with Ian Happ.
Okay. I
I
would
would put.
definitely not mind moving Hap down.
I would definitely move Hap down for, like you said, the offense last year wasn't very consistency. You know, he had his moments of pop. He had his moments of like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, so I get
Right.
that. Dansby Swansby, I feel like you guys need to kind of get rid of him. He's just not been that same since the Atlanta Braves. And I don't know, maybe I'm over
Yeah.
analyzing him, but I feel like him coming to Chicago has not been what you guys
Okay.
needed. Like
That is an
the de-
interesting perspective.
the defense is there, yes. I'll
Right.
give you him on the defensive side of the shortstop. You needed that, but to me, it's the offense that I was
Right.
kind of like I feel like his average just went from like top tier shortstop,
Yeah.
percentage to now he's like not even above 250 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, just really bad average. So I'm like, what do you guys do with a guy like that with a huge contract that you guys give him? Because I think he's in what year is it year 3 or 4 of the contract? So he's kind of like halfway there or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, what do you guys do with a person like that? Because
That's a
I don't
good
know. Because shortstop to me is one of the premier positions of
yeah.
baseball. Yes, I get it. He plays the defensive side well, but
Right.
the bat, you need that big bat as well. So I don't know. Like maybe you
I don't
just
know.
drop him down lower and put up Carson, but I
Could
don't
do
know.
that.
Like,
Yeah. I didn't have a lot of time in on this starting lineup, so I'd have to look in more closely. I didn't look at up Carson Kelly very closely because you know what? I was just starting to do some work on catching the catchers, but
mm,
I didn't get that far. So
it's so hard for me.
yeah, I don't have a good handle on Carson Kelly because I was looking at Moises Ballesteros and um, it seems like there's another catcher that maybe I think there was another catcher, but I think he may be gone now too. Catching maybe is something that they'll want to look at the Cubs. I don't know. Um, anyway, the starting rotation: Matt Boyd. I've got him at the top for the time. Edward Cabrera is my number 2 backup. But again, you could argue Cabrera could be your ace. He
Mhm.
actually had a little bit lower ERA
Yeah,
um, than
he does.
Boyd,
He
and
does.
but he's got. I kind of feel like Cabrera's a prove it guy. I know that's
Mm,
ridiculous, but he's injury prone. He's had a lot of
yeah.
injuries, and he has, he's kind of a prove it guy for me to be the ace. And
No,
then
that's fair.
Kate Horton. After that, Shoto Imanaga. He had a rough year, a little bit of a rough year there. These ERAs are high. Jameson
Yes.
Tyone. I know Tyone they liked a lot. He, his ERA is up there, but he's a solid number 5, if you
Yeah.
ask me. So, I mean, it kind of tapers off as you go down. I mean,
It does.
once you get past Cade, it's going to be wishful thinking that that we get the good version. Yeah.
Of showing her back, right?
And not the one that gives up the home run version.
No, I
But
get it.
and Tyone, I'm familiar with from the Yankees. He's not a mystery. He gives you solid innings,
He
and
does. He
nothing
does.
nothing spectacular about him. But again, age and so on. I kind of hope maybe there's some guys that could move up. and in the course of the season.
And maybe put him to like the bullpen, kind of like give him a little bit of a like a
Yeah,
relax, and so you can just like, okay, I need you for like a solid inning, bro. Give me that one good solid inning you
yeah,
got in you real quick for the day, like maybe
yeah,
use them like that, because he
yeah,
said due to the age, because I think he still has it. I do think he still has it, but maybe
yeah.
not starting, maybe more like bullpen,
It could be. Yeah, that could definitely be the next on the trajectory for Tyone. Well,
Yes.
how do you think the Giants? I mean, if you had to predict just based on what the Giants have now, where do you see the Giants in in October on September 30th? Say, given the fact that injury and everything,
Yeah.
can't
So
predict anything, but
I can't predict our particular like number of like we're gonna win this many games and this and
no,
that.
no, no, probably not.
So I would say position wise, if I'm being really honest, realistic, fourth place again, fourth place again. I
Oh, really?
the AL, I mean the NL West is
Yeah.
notorious. Let's be real. It's
Well, the
notorious.
Dodgers. I mean, there's that enormous like freaking mountain, the Dodgers.
That's it. And every year they just get better and better and better and better and
I
better and better and
retire.
better.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
See
like
the
he
Giants
went
in second. I really do.
wishful thinking. I would love that, but
Yeah,
I think it's going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks. I think Arizona takes second this
yeah.
year.
I
Only,
find that I have a bias because I don't hear enough about and don't know enough about the Diamondbacks. So
yeah.
I don't tend to pick them. But you may, I mean, I bet you anything they're going to be as good as they always are.
The only issue with the Diamondbacks is worrying about where's Ketel Marte going to go. It's just the All-Star second baseman and
Right,
Zach Gallen, their All-Star starting ace for pitching.
right.
So if those two stay, which I
Yes.
think one of them will and one of them may not,
Yeah.
maybe they'll drop down to three. But I don't see San Diego really doing anything this year. San Diego's kind of be like an up and down team. Like the one minute
Yeah.
they're hot, next minute they're down. Same thing with Giants. So I think second and third and fourth is going to be like a really toss up to like which kind of like pair like bar, a
Yeah.
better above 500 team is going to actually give you that extra I wish it'd be us.
Right.
I just don't know with Tony Vitel's minor, no prior to the majors, minors,
Yeah.
just collegiate level. I can't take away from his collegiate
Right.
record of winning winning the World Series with Tennessee. That's not so long ago.
Right.
Having the great program that he's built in Tennessee, and like our hitching coach came from Tennessee as well. So I'm not going to knock that. It's just going from college to the pros, whether it's coaching or playing.
Yeah.
It's a different ballpark. It's a different
Yeah.
ballpark. You got guys who are not just in it for 2, 3 years and you're all out. Nah, these are guys who've been here for 17, 15, 10, 5 years
Right.
in, and they're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like some are just getting started, some are about to get out, but still got
Right.
some pop in them, some are still in their prime. So the majors is different. I just gotta say, this year I would only predict, and now it counts as the winning season, get in at 500. If you make the playoffs, great. If you make the wild card, superb. If you don't, but you're still in that hunt, that's a good sign.
Right.
That to me would be a good sign. I would like to finish second or third. Realistically, I think it's going to be fourth, just due to our coaching staff.
Right.
Tony's just never managed a professional team yet.
Right.
I don't know how he's going to do it in the flashing lights, and then of course he's in the NL West. You have
Right.
to go against the Los Angeles Dodgers, the notorious two-timing winning champions who just, I hate to say it, there might be the Chicago Bulls of baseball right now. That might be
Right.
going
They
for a
are.
three-peat
I
because
know.
of how dangerous they really are. And, it's just Freddie
Right.
Freeman's not going nowhere. Mookie's not going there. Shohei's damn sure not going nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Yamamoto's not going anywhere. So you got this really all-star
Right.
developed core that the Dodgers have,
Right.
and none of them are going anywhere. Like
I know. I don't want
nobody's.
to think it's just disgusting.
It's beyond discussion. Everyone's baseball for me as a Giants fan. Everyone's
It's
baseball.
like,
Like you just
geez. That's why there's
seriously.
just this monolith, out there, out west. It's like the Dodgers and then everybody else. So
You
that's
know,
why it's hard for me to imagine the D-backs being good because I'm thinking, yeah, but the Dodgers, no. But I really think that you guys, when I was doing my research, there's some solid players, solid stuff going on there.
no, it is. It really is. I'm just
Optimism, at
worried.
least optimism.
The optimism is there. My fear is just the managerial part. Like,
Right,
it's just
right.
how can Tony
Yeah.
lead this clubhouse? Will he lead? Because I don't know if rumor has listening to KMBR, local radio show back in October when the Tony Vitel, I got the whole hiring thing was going on, and a lot of people were trying to figure out like, okay, this guy's never had any prior experience coaching. Is Buster going to be more hands on? Is Buster going to be more like, okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing, and I'm gonna be
Right,
right here? Like, so we're still trying to like figure a lot of these big questionings
right,
out. Yes, we got the big names, the Ariases, the Davers, the
right,
Adameses, the Webbs, the Rays. Yeah, you got these major names, but if you don't got the correct coaching, the
right,
managerial skipper to manage these brothers
right.
properly, you're not going to get anywhere.
Oh, hell
I
no.
hate to say it.
Calling the
You
Yankees.
you know exactly like exactly for yourself being a Yankees fan. You have Aaron Judge,
Right.
uh, Jazz,
Stan,
uh,
Cole.
Stanton, a monster, Volpe.
Right,
You guys got a squad.
right,
Squad. I mean, I hate to say I don't like the Yankees in the past because I'm a Mets fan, but I mean, you guys
right,
actually have a legitimate team. But again, your manager is not managing the guys correctly. You don't get the team to be their full potential. So that's my only issue this
right.
year with the
Okay.
Giants. Are we going to be mismanaged or we don't see the full team's full potential? Because it kind of got me scared because you only get at least Rice for a 1 year contract. So it's kind of
Right.
like this can either go very well or
Yeah.
this can go very wrong very quickly
Right.
because of the no prior coaching. So that's just my
Yeah.
only issue. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can
Right.
because I love my team.
Yep.
Who doesn't want to see the team win? But I'm just when you're so used to seeing the Giants play the way they played
Yeah.
over the years. We had that 1 year of 2021 where we thought we were doing something. We were like, oh
Right.
shit, over 100 games winning. What? The Giants is back? What? No, no, no. That was a one-time thing because we have
Right.
nowhere near even scratched that surface of what that was ever since then. So I'm just like, what are we gonna do to
Right.
get back to that?
Yep.
But I feel more comfortable with you guys than I would us. Honestly, I would.
Well, so do I. I mean, after all, I can't freaking believe it. In my opinion, the Cubs are going to win the division. They're going to beat the Brewers now. I mean, and that's the confidence that I got from the Bregman trade.
No,
And
you mean the signing, yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
no,
Yeah,
it was the trade from
the
Bregman.
signing, yeah.
I misspoke, but
Yeah, no, you're good. But and then plus two, the Brewers lost Peralta to the Mets.
and the Brewers lost Peralta, and the Brewers, I think the Brewers got kind of picked a little bit more than that, didn't they?
I think so.
I mean,
I think
having
so.
Peralta out of the division is huge.
Yeah,
Get that guy out of here, definitely.
I know you. I know. Cubbies fans are like, yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I see the Brewers finishing second, then the
yeah.
Reds, I think. But
The Reds
I'm
got pretty good
gonna-
solid
I'm-
pickups too. Sure.
I'm kind of gonna say that I think the Pirates could surprise. I don't know why I think that, but I like Skeens. I like some things. I used to live in Pittsburgh too, so I have this soft ass spot for them. And I just feel like I can't say they're not going to be. I'm going to put the Cardinals last because they're just in a rebuild.
Yeah, 100%.
I
You
I expect
you give it
nothing.
away to everybody. You give away everybody.
Yeah,
Was it Brandon Donald? Well, I thought was going to become a Giant. I thought he was one of the next Giants second baseman.
yeah,
Ended up going to Seattle, but
yep.
we got a Luis, so that's even better. But I mean, I
Better.
mean, they're selling right now. Cards are full fledged sell mode, and I feel bad for Cardinals fans because how long are you gonna keep trying to go for this rebuild? Like I feel like you've been
Right.
rebuilding since the pool hall days. Like
I know they
what
don't
happened?
deserve a team
No.
that is less. I mean, I feel like the St. Louis team is like as storied a franchise as any in baseball, and that fandom and that city deserves a team, not a rebuild every freaking year. I mean, they got
Hmm.
Arenado, they stuck him over at third, and then they didn't build around him.
Then
They
you
never
had Paul Goldschmidt at first. You didn't build around him.
They didn't. Well, no, and he aged out, to the point
But then
where
again, he went to the Yankees and went phenomenal. I was like, that's
mm,
why he didn't let go. When the Yankees signed Goldsmith, I was like, he's finna crush it. Oh, he's finna crush it. Oh, he's finna crush it. He's finna crush it because the New York Yankees like, hey, we get it. Everybody counts you out. We know who you are. That's why we
right,
signed you. Do what you do. Play first base. We're not going to expect too much of you. And Goldsmith was like, okay, let
yeah,
me just show you. I'm still Goldie. I'm still Goldie. Ages doesn't remember to me. I'm still
yeah.
Goldie. I still got that power. I still got that defense. You know
At
what you
least they
need
didn't
me.
re-sign him, though.
I
At
was
least,
surprised.
I mean, they're gonna let Ben Rice, I think, handle first base.
Is he ready though?
Is anybody? I mean,
No,
I don't know, but his bat. The Yankees are ready for his bat. I know that much because
100%.
the Yankees could go through a stretch, and this happened various times in the season, and it would be like, I swear to God, it would be like a month where no one was hitting. Aaron Judge on the team and no one hitting the ball. And it's very welcome to have,
It is.
yeah,
It is. No, it is. And I just think I don't know. I think I just have a soft spot for Goldie because I just think like yeah, the age is up there, but the
yeah,
man just consistently just shows you age ain't nothing but a number to me. Like
right,
I wish San Francisco would just go sign him and be the DH. Like forget
right,
about it. Just bring just hey be DH. Just just
right,
just, just hit.
yeah,
Come hit. What you want? 15 million for a year? I got you right now. Sign this contract. Come on. 15-year, 1 year deal right now. All I need you just to hit and just help the boys out in the clubhouse like I know
right,
you can do.
yeah.
And I think it'd be phenomenal for San Francisco. But will it happen? No.
No. Do you think they're done? Basically, that the team is what it's about formed?
No, I think they're still in the hunt. Rumor has it Zach
Okay.
Gallons is up. They're looking at Zach Gallons, so I like that move. That's why I said going back earlier, Arizona could possibly be the legit team, but they could not be depending on where Zach Allen goes and Ketel Marte goes, because there's two
Right.
players that I think are the major role control core players outside of
Right.
Corbin Burns out in the field. So we'll see how that goes. But I think the Giants are pushing to get Wilmer Valdez from the uh, Houston Astros. They're trying to get um, the pitcher from over there, and I'm just like that
Oh, you mean
price
Framber? But okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That idiot.
primer.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. No. You said it best. You said it best.
was that my out loud voice? No. I
No,
mean, the guy did a
you said
stupid
it
thing, and
best.
now he's paying for it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's paying
Exactly.
for it.
He's paying for it. I don't want him. I don't. I know Giants fans want him. I'd rather get
Right.
Zach Gallen. I know he's with the semi-divisional rivals and stuff like
Right.
that. But I mean, Hell, Blake Snell can be a giant one day and go sign with the fucking similar the Dodgers for this huge contract.
Yeah.
Why would we stuff this out the door for me at this point? You want to
Yeah.
sign a contract with us? Come get this contract from us. They can get our team. I'm going to get their team. We're going to be just as better because I got to figure out how to destroy the Dodgers. I
And
got
on
to figure out.
that
Right.
note, destroying the Dodgers is what we have in common. I just
I
realized
thank you guys
that.
for that.
We have.
You guys do better than we do, though. You guys
We
do a
have
better job than we
rivalry.
are.
Yeah, we may hate each other as rivals, but we both hate the Dodgers. So, all right, we got that going for us, and that's a podcast, if you ask me.
And like I said, you guys play them better than we do right now. So we thank
Right.
you as the San Francisco Giants. We thank the Chicago Cubs for handling our Dodgers that we're
Right.
supposed to be handling that we just can't do no more. But if I watch the Cubs, he's like, yeah, go Cubs. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Every time the Dodgers play the Cubs, I text my boy
Right.
like, I'm a Cubs fan right now. I said, you better be. You
Yeah.
better be. You bet not say you go for the Dodgers. I was like, what? No, I'm a Giants fan, bro. He's like, I know, but still. You better go
Right.
for the Cubs. Like I told you, I'm a Cubby guy for today. Just while this series is on, I got my seal on. He was like, there we
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
That's what I wanted to hear, baby.
Gotta knock anybody who can knock down the Dodgers, man.
No,
Well, I
seriously.
want to. This has been a blast. I had so much fun talking baseball with you. We got
Likewise.
to do this again.
Yes. No, we definitely do.
We definitely need you to like, subscribe, comment. Give
Please.
us your thoughts on anything, any of this crazy stuff we've talked about. But definitely look for us and join us again.
Please do. Like she said, please like us, subscribe to us. Let us know how we do. Let me know how my Giants takes are. Like 2 hour ranges. Am I a realistic fan? Am I not? Let me know. I mean, I want to know. I'm here for you guys too as well. I'm not just here to talk Giants baseball. I know it's just like Chris. It's not here to talk because baseball. We want to hear what you guys got to say. Let us know. Let us know
Absolutely.
how we can make this better. And like I said, go Giants.
Yeah, go Cubs. All right, it's a wrap. We did it.
That's it.